Hello everybody, this is Give Your Anxiety, bringing you guys another Age of Empires 3 video here. This is the GUA October 2019 subscriber tournament. We have a $200 prize pool up for grabs, which will be divided between top 3 players. And we have a round of 8 best of 5 here. This is Mitoe versus Optimus Prime. And game 1 is going to be played on Baja, California. So we're going to get straight into this one. And let's spin that wheel and see what civilization Mitoe gets in game 1 here. Alright, the drum roll is going and the wheel is spun. Let's see what civ Mitoe gets here in game 1, this best of 5. Alright, so Mitoe is playing as Russia. And let's go ahead and spin the wheel for Optimus Prime. Alright, and Optimus Prime gets Japan. Mitoe with the RIP in chat, interesting. Alright, Optimus Prime clicks in, now waiting on Mitoe, and we're about to get into game 1 here. Players perhaps checking their decks, making sure they are all set here. Mitoe with actually a level 100 Russia home city, so perhaps Mitoe doesn't have much Russia games underneath his belt. Here we go, guys. This is the GUA October 2019 subscriber tournament. This is the round of 8. We have Mitoe versus Optimus Prime. This is a best of 5, and we're hopping in game 1, which will be played on Baja, California. Mitoe playing as the Russians, and Optimus Prime playing as Japan. It sounded like Mitoe was not super happy with the civ selection here in game 1. Of course, the civs are random throughout this entire tournament with no vetoes. And it looks like Mitoe is very comfortable with every civ, I would say. He's one of those very talented players that I think is just experienced with basically every civ in the game. But I think actually Russia may be one of his less experienced civilizations. And meanwhile, Optimus Prime, who's playing as Japan, I believe Japan is one of Optimus Prime's main civilizations. So Optimus Prime has to be feeling pretty good about the civs here for game 1. And at the same time, let's talk about this matchup. This is an interesting matchup. Russia, they do have the ability to rush Japan and put on some early pressure and really do some damage. But if Japan can hold that early pressure and get their boom off, Japan can be okay here. So I haven't played this matchup in a long time. I haven't really seen it played in a while. I don't want to say it's very. I think it's a pretty even matchup. Perhaps slightly Japan favored, but at the same time, this is a map with C on both sides, so both players can really go C. Russia does have schooners, so they could go ship schooners and go for a C. Also, meanwhile, Japan, they can be shipping their fishing boats from the consulate, which is always nice for them. Optimus Prime getting 2 sheep treasure, putting them on the shrine, and then poofing away there. So we'll have to see how Mitoe decides to play this one. He did build a market here in Age 1, and it looks like he will be researching hunting dogs. And meanwhile, Optimus Prime is actually also starting with a market and getting his berry upgrade here. Or see Mitoe, let's see, he might have hunting dogs in queue here. Yep, okay, there we go. Hunting dogs does come in for Mitoe. And Oh, Optimus Prime is going to go for this treasure. This is a 75 food treasure, bit of a treasure contention here. Divine Strike. Oh, both wolves do go down. It looks like Optimus Prime does get this. And like I said, Optimus Prime taking advantage of the sea on this map, and he does ship the 3 fishing boats as his first shipment here. And poofing away with his Explorer. Also taking advantage of the berry bushes that just naturally spawn on this map, having a couple villagers on there. And then the cherry orchard placed very closely to the town center, of course, there. Very nice placement. Here's a nice native that will be able to sharpshoot and get this native, so that will be really big. Native scouts can be very impactful in games, depending on how successful you can use them. 120 XP treasure here that Optimus Prime is walking across here. Looks like Mito's waiting for a sharpshoot to come back. There it is, and there's that easy pickup. Mito starting to herd his second batch of hunt here, and meanwhile Optimus Prime is on his way to H2 here. Did build this isn't the Carney Ma, the card is the Carney Ma. I want to say this is the Carney Ma Wonder, but no, this is the Big Shrine Wonder. Very well placed by Optimus Prime, making some natural walls here with the market and the Wonder. So preparing for any early pressure, wanting to secure his base as much as possible here. And the native is going to see this, so very nice Mito getting the information of this, and Mito is sending his Explorer right away to try to contest this treasure here. And one of the Japanese Explorers is getting pretty low. And unfortunately for Optimus, here's Mito. And Optimus doesn't know this, of course. Oh, and the Explorer does go down just as he was poofing. Big loss for Optimus Prime. And of course, Optimus Prime doesn't know that Mito doesn't have the sharpshoot ability back yet. As Mito could have easily stolen this with sharpshoot ability, but Mito did just use the sharpshoot over there to get the native. But of course, Optimus Prime doesn't know this, so he's kind of forced to pull his Explorer here. And Optimus Prime really doesn't want to lose both Explorers. He's kind of waiting for Mito to sharpshoot it, but Optimus Prime is going to have to poof back here. Like, there's no reason for Mito to sharpshoot this. He can just kill this Explorer. And if Optimus Prime doesn't use his poof ability, perhaps, I don't know if it's on cooldown. I would imagine it would be back, but, oh, just in time getting his Explorer. So Optimus was hanging out, waiting for the age up, and his Explorer was at 8 health, just barely surviving long enough for the age up to come in to allow Optimus Prime to get his other Explorer back, and now having both of them poof out. So that was actually very nice by Optimus Prime, able to escape with both Explorers just in the nick of time there. But Mito did get that treasure. That was a 120 XP treasure, and now Mito is building a trading post right here. Meanwhile, we do have 3 forward villagers building a blockhouse for Mito here, and a stable start from Optimus Prime. Mito using this native very smartly, and it looks like Mito is going to scout this stable. I wonder if that's in line of sight for this native. Getting spotted by TC. Now the native does spot the stable. It looks like the native might go down here. Mito, not the best control, actually. And there goes the native. So Mito getting, real good information, seeing the stable, but then he got a bit careless, and honestly, that really is some careless play by Mito, I would say. Losing the native that early before any units hit the field. Of course, you get the information about the stable, but native scouts, they can be extremely, extremely useful when used to their full ability. But getting picked off by a town center there. Native scout, unfortunately, going too far in. And actually, how it died, Mito positioned it. It was still in stealth mode. Mito was thinking, hey, he was just going to hang out there in stealth mode, but he clicked it to go a little bit too far, where it was barely within range of the town center, and town centers on stealth natives. So then the native got unstealth, and when he got unstealth, he automatically went to attacking a villager without Mito telling him. And then that's where Optimus was able to easily pick off the native. So Mito, just a small slip up there, telling his stealth native go a little bit too close to the town center, which caused this native to exit the stealth mode, and then the aggression attack kind of got triggered there. So 3 Naggies walking across the map here, trying to find some villagers, but there were muskets here too far away at them. Second batch of muskets from Mito. Perhaps finding the Japan Explorer here. Oh, good poof just in time. And it looks like Mito's going for the 3 TP stagecoach here. 700 coin coming in from Mito. So Mito's shipment progression so far was the Witcher Golden Age 1, And then a lot of times they'll ship the 5 Cossacks as their first stage 2 shipment, but Mitoe instead decided to play as a really eco-focused, shipping 700 wood and then 700 gold, and he's taking the 3 TP stagecoach. So he will have a really good eco with the 3 TP stagecoach. Oh, and here we go, some archers from Optimus Prime picking off these muskets, and the Nagis are going to have the ability to snare these muskets, so this could be a really good pickup for Optimus here, kind of catching these muskets almost for free. Mitoe using his muskets as much as he can to try to damage the Nagi, do as much damage as they can, as Mitoe knows these muskets are all going to go down. One Nagi did go down there. Mitoe sending in another batch of 5 muskets. I don't know if this is the right choice, because these could get snared. I think Optimus Prime can go in and pick up another 5 muskets here. Doesn't want to overcommit as he doesn't know if there's Cossacks or what else is here. So Mitoe thought, oh, and here we go. Actually, meanwhile, all this is going on. I was saying Mitoe has a 3 TP stagecoach. Stagecoach is now researched. However, meanwhile, Optimus Prime used his clubs from Consulate to siege down one of the TPs very quickly. So, very nice play from Optimus Prime. Moving in with more Nagis and archers picking off more muskets. Optimus is looking pretty good here. However, muskets are snaring the Nagis, getting a couple of hits on them. And meanwhile, the Japan's only at 90 Shrine Pop, ended up shipping 300 Consulate, or 300 Export, is the first H2 shipment, followed by 600 wood and then 4 villagers. Mitoe is starting to run pretty low on the hunts. You're going to have to start moving out on the map, which will make it a bit easier for these Nagis to get some raids. But there is a Cossack pop, and it is going to snare these Nagis, so this is going to be a really nice pickup for Mitoe. Optimus Prime is taking down this other trading post, and Optimus is actually using his Explorer to build the trading post since it is already stagecoach. Why wouldn't you? But Optimus losing a couple Nagis there for free. Trading post is going to be going down here. However, Mitoe is moving in with a lot of Cossacks here. And this could be a really good pickup for Mitoe. Yeah, Mitoe will lose this trading post. But, yeah, here's a big engage. Cossacks not getting the best round to begin the fight. However, they are going to catch up to these archers. Ooh, clubs are coming in kind of just in time. Some archers going down before the fight begins, but ultimately Mitoe will be forced to retreat here and actually get snared by Nagi. So this kind of turned around and is now a really good exchange for Optimus Prime, perhaps. Lots of reinforcing muskets, however, so that's a big change to the fight once again. A couple Ashleys are coming in here. All in all, still lots of Nagis, and this is going to clean up the entire Russian force here. So, looked like it was going to be a really good cleanup for Mitoe with all those Cossacks coming in, but Optimus Prime getting the rest of his army there just in time to make it actually a really good trade for the Japan. And a couple villagers are exposed here. Optimus Prime is going to see these. Mitoe's good reaction time, pulling the villagers back. Taking another fight that Mitoe really doesn't want to take here, however. And the villagers are still hanging out here. Villagers are going to go down. Reinforcing Cossacks are coming. More Japan reinforcements. 5 Ashleys being shipped. Another batch of Cossacks on the way. And there's a big Strela pop. 13 Strelets. And was that it looked like a Strelet shipment and a batch. That's a lot of Strelets. Yeah, 23. That must have been a batch and a shipment coming at like the exact same time there. And very nice Russian pop there of lots of units there to clean up this Japan army. And Mitoe is going to clean this up. However, there's no anti-cats to protect these Strelets, as if any Nagis pop out soon, could get a little bit scary for these Strelets. So both players will have one trading post while Stagecoach is going on here. Mitoe going to try to start sieging down some of these shrines here with Strelets. Another batch of Strelets trained for Mitoe. So Mitoe knows that Optimus Prime has a stable and he has been producing lots of Nagi. So perhaps a little bit risky training lots of Strelets here. Another blockhouse is going down for Mitoe. Going to have to start getting some anti-cav units out. And Mitoe is, yeah, and here we go. Here are the Nagis. And a Daimyo also in this army with a couple Ashleys. Only 2 Cossacks. However, the Ashes are a bit behind here in this engage. But the Charlottes are ultimately getting snared here. Last Cossack goes down. Mitoe does build that trading post, but it's just Nagy snaring these Charlottes, getting a little bit distracted on the Explorer there. Allowing the Charlottes to escape for quite a bit longer here. 2 more Nagys coming in, however. And Optimus Prime just going to send the Nagys alone to attack these Charlottes, but kind of not the best job by Optimus Prime here, leaving a couple of Nagys behind, and the Charlottes almost like trading evenly since he had better numbers, now Cossacks here. So a little bit sloppy control by Optimus Prime there, I would say. A couple clubs could get picked off by these Charlottes too. So, but meanwhile, while all that is going on, Optimus Prime did send his Ashes here. So at the same time, not the best trade over there. However, Optimus is just completely wrecking Mitoe's economy right here. So all in all, very good for Optimus. And yeah, when the Japan player can run around the map with very fast Ashes, it can become very difficult to defend these Ashy roads. Looks like another big engage is about to begin here. 1 Nagy's to snare the Charlottes. And it looks like Optimus Prime does have the superior eagle by quite a lot right now. Reinforcing Charlottes. I wonder if the 1 Daimyo can kill like this 1 batch of Charlottes here. Some Cossacks are coming in here. Another villager does go down. Cossacks trying to snare and catch that Daimyo there. Couple of Ashes going in the hand attack, try to kill the Cossacks, and here's a big batch of 5 Nagys reinforcing, as that will heavily swing this fight here. And it looks like Mitoe's entire military here is going to get cleaned up to these Nagys and Ashes, and Mitoe sees that this is the GG. Mitoe taps out. GG, game 1 does go to Optimus Prime here. Well fought by Optimus Prime. He's got, like I said at the beginning of the game, he's got to be quite happy with that, getting probably his main civilization. Alright, and we're going to get quick into this. I know we're trying to kind of squeeze this show match into a fairly small time window, so we're going to immediately get into game 2 here. Just going to spin the wheel, see what map we get for game 2. Alright, and we're going to, so game 2 will be played on parallel rivers. We're going to spin that wheel for Mitoe. See what civilization Mitoe gets here in game 2. And Mitoe gets a Portuguese on parallel rivers. Perhaps Mitoe once again not getting the best civ here. And let's see what civilization Optimus Prime gets in game 2 here. Alright, that was the British. Optimus gets the British. Alright, so we have Mitoe playing as Portuguese and Optimus Prime playing as a British. Looks like the AoE gods are perhaps favoring Optimus Prime once again here in game 2. I do see Kaiser in the chat wishing Mitoe luck here as the AoE gods not favor him. Hey, Kaiser, if you want, man, if you want to hop in and co-cast, I I'd be down for that. I'm sure viewers appreciate it. Always better to have a co-caster. Just let me know in chat. Don't mind just hopping in the middle of the game even. I do not spin the wheel for the maps because there's not really it's not really possible to make a wheel for like 31 different maps. So I just end up using a random number generator and just do that off stream. And I always say what the map is before the civilizations are picked. Alright everybody, we are in game 2. This is best of 5 in the round of 8. This is Mitoe versus Optimus Prime. Best of 5. Optimus Prime is currently up 1-0. And game 2 is being played on parallel rivers. Mitoe is playing as the Portuguese and Optimus Prime playing as the British. Looks like the AoE gods are perhaps once again favoring Optimus Prime. As in game 1, Optimus Prime was Japan, which I believe is Optimus Prime's main civilization, and Mitoe was Russia, which I believe is one of Mitoe's least played civilizations. And then once again here, Optimus Prime, I think Optimus Prime also does play quite a bit of Brits, and to be honest, Brits are the favored civilization in this matchup on this specific map, I would say. So Optimus Prime got to be pretty happy with how these civs and maps are looking so far. But don't count Mitoe out, as obviously he is one of the best players in the game, and this isn't. I would say this is British favored on this map, but it's not. It's not unwinnable, of course. And Mitoe obviously is a very talented player, so I could definitely see Mitoe faring pretty well here. Probably, perhaps better than he was in game 1, where he was forced to play as the Russians. Alright, both players moving across the map there, and looks like we got a new subscription from Ocam Slightabear, Slightabear, something like that. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. I've been having a lot of fun casting and just watching this tournament series, and I think the whole AoE3 community has been enjoying this. And yeah, I've just been really appreciative for all the support from the AoE3 community. It's a ton of fun to see, just a Twitch streamer in general, doing like subscriber tournaments for their AoE3 community. I think it was really cool. So thanks for the subscription. Let's take a look at how this game is shaping up. Let's take a look at the treasures here. We have Mitoe with a 90 wood treasure, a 50 food treasure, and a 30 coin. So very nice treasures so far. Meanwhile, Optimus Prime has 0 treasures. So Mitoe's winning the age 1 here, I'd say. We'll have to take a look how the sheeps are looking. Optimus Prime walking back with 5 sheep right now. Looks like Optimus Prime was perhaps focusing on the sheep, while Mitoe was kind of focusing on the treasures. The Portuguese explorer is lower HP, so he's getting those treasures, of course. Optimus Prime just chasing him down, getting as many shots as he can. Mitoe taking advantage of using his spyglass every time it becomes available, as soon as the cooldown finishes. 55 coin treasure here. It looks like Mitoe is going for the sharpshoot to get another treasure here. So very good age 1 for Mitoe, getting lots of treasures. Looks like he did only get 2 sheep. Meanwhile, Optimus Prime got 7 sheep. So Optimus Prime definitely did win the sheep game, but a lot of times, sometimes players forget about their sheep, and they let their sheep fatten all the way to the maximum 300 food, which takes a lot of times, and oftentimes games will be decided before players even eat their sheep or eat their goat. So you gotta remember, yeah, it's nice that you won the goat game, but you have to take advantage of that, of eating the goats, before the game is already very one-sided. So I think that's one thing people don't talk about very often, and it's something that players can kind of forget about quite often. They'll just kind of leave their sheep here and then never really eat them, and then they'll finally go onto the sheep when the game's for the most part already decided. So it's nice that you definitely have the goat advantage, but don't forget to take advantage of it in time. Optimus Prime finally picking up the treasure, 50 food. So let's take a look at what these players are looking at. Mitoe moving across the map with a TC wagon here. And Mitoe is going to place his town center on his side of the map, but pretty far out here. So just to secure some more of the map while not being too ultra aggressive here. Why is my Discord not coming up? Meanwhile, Optimus Prime is placing down a barracks, and he did open up with the tower age up here. So he's got the 200 coin and the tower, and he's also placing his tower quite defensively here, and actually using 3 villagers to build this barracks. So a bit of an overkill there, I would say, from Optimus. So it's interesting, Optimus Prime placing his tower very defensively. Tower having some trouble pathing around these goats and villagers. And here we go. So Optimus Prime is actually eating these goats very quickly. As I was saying, you know, players can forget about them. Perhaps eating them quicker than I would typically suggest. Usually it's nice to let, you do want them to fatten up, of course, but so you have to find the window. You want to have the goats fatten up, but you don't want to forget them and put them off for too long, of course. Here I would say this is a bit early for eating the goats. But he is going for them now. Shipping 700 wood as his first age 2 shipment here. Mitoe did not ship anything in age 1 and instead just shipped 700 gold as his first shipment here. And Mitoe is already on his way up to age 3 here. So very quick age 3. Basically going to hit age 3 as Optimus Prime just got his first batch of units out. This is not a trading post map, so of course shipment progression will be a bit slower. You won't be able to take advantage of that. But however, Mitoe is already H3 here. And another TC. Barracks is going down for Mitoe here, using 1 villager to build barracks. And now also stable going down the hill, moving the TC wagon across the map. 5 muskets are moving in here. Mitoe being very on spot with his villagers, moving his villagers so no villagers get picked off here. Optimus Prime trying to find some villagers with these muskets. There are some villagers exposed here, however, building the stable. Looks like 1 bill. Ooh, very close. Mitoe does save the villager just in time. And picking off these muskets with the TC fire. So, all in all, this is looking pretty good for Mitoe. Killing all 5 muskets here. Another batch of muskets do come in. Mitoe getting that barracks built just in time before those muskets come in. Very nice. And there's 5 dragoons. So, this is looking pretty good for Mitoe. Saving the villager. Oh no, the villager does go down. So it looks like Mitoe lost 1 villager to basically 10 muskets, which is a really nice trade for Mitoe. And oh, Mitoe is forgetting to place this TC wagon, however, here. But focusing on microing here, which is fine. And obviously this was the most important thing to keep your attention and APM on. Unfortunately, didn't place it before all that began, though. So Optimus Prime, let's take a look at what is going on here with both these players. 600 wood coming in for Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime just focusing on making muskets right now. And Optimus Prime he's committed to H2. And with Mitoe in H3, going to get some good hits on these Dragoons. Mitoe, there we go, 5 Castadors. And Castador Goons can really wreck basically Musk Husk here. So Optimus Prime's going to be going for the Musk Husk composition here. But if Mitoe has enough units, he will be able to hit and run it, for a very long time here and directly counter this Musk Husk composition. I guess it's just going to be a matter of Optimus Prime can just get so many units out that overwhelms Mitoe. But Optimus Prime is moving across the map, and ooh, 3 Hussars are going to find 5 Castador, which is going to be a very nice pickup. If Optimus Prime responds, he does respond, and that is very unfortunate for Mitoe. Now Mitoe running back with his 5 goons, trying to do the best to save as many Castadors as possible, but a very nice pickup for Optimus Prime here. 3 Hussars catching 5 Castadors and an Explorer here. Very good pickup for Optimus Prime. And that was huge. And that was only 3 Hussars. It would have been very easy for the goons to deal with if the goons were around. And then the Castadors would have been able to hit and run the muskets forever. But it did not turn out that way as the Hussars caught those Castadors. Eco is in favor of Optimus Prime along with the superior military. He is just the age down. And Longbow's catching some of the Dragoons here and even Hussars. Mitoe losing his units little by little here. 4 Dragoon shipment popping out. Another batch of longbows crossing the map here. A couple Dragoons are catching some of the Hussars here, so looks like Mitoe finally having some decent trades here. And Mitoe is currently housed here. Dragoons do catch these Hussars, so Mitoe now starting to get some nice pickups here. Optimus Prime moving in with his military. Mitoe does have access to Minutemen, so a potential trap with a Minutemen pop could go good for Mitoe here. Does need to focus down the longbows. There he goes, using the TC fire and the longbows is definitely the smartest choice here. Low HP units, which can counter these Dragoons pretty heavily. And there's the Minutemen pop. Dragoons don't want to overcommit. Big batch of reinforcing Hussars here. However, there is pure Dragoons from Mitoe, so... And there's the casting doors for Mitoe. Very nice pop here. Minutemen doing a very good job cleaning up those longbows. And all of a sudden, a very good trade for Mitoe, as it looked like Optimus Prime overcommitted there. And now Mitoe looks like as if he is back in a good position here. It was looking a bit dire for him there for a bit, but very good trade for Mitoe. And now these Dragoons can chase down these Hussars. And even these longbows here. Castors don't want to get caught by lots of Huss here. But there's a pretty good number of Dragoons. And Optimus Prime going far out on Hun. A bit strange going on his Mitoe side of the map here, while there's still a lot of fun over here. Definitely a little strange seeing those British villagers out there. Villager population is starting to even up here, and Mitoe does even have the superior military mass and is an age ahead, so it's looking quite good for Mitoe right now. Very big trade over here at the town, underneath the town center. Couple houses going down for Mitoe. And Optimus Prime actually going H3 here. Hussars are going to catch some of these villagers. Perhaps picking off a couple of the villagers. Dragoons are trying to get over there to respond and perhaps catch the Hussars. But instead, Dragoons are going to find these longbows, and there's just not enough longbows. So all of these longbows are going to go down as a very nice pickup from Mitoe. Optimus Prime kind of losing his military here and there. And Hussars now getting caught by the Dragoons. Hussars are snaring some of the Dragoons, but there are so many Dragoons here that they're going to cleanly kill all of these Hussars. And Optimus Prime sees it, and he calls the GG. Very nice for Mitoe staying in this game and having some good pickups, unit catches, after he initially lost some of his units there. Alright, this best 5 is currently tied 1-1 now. Optimus Prime outgathering in the resources by a significant amount. However, he could not close this one out. I don't know why my... oh, there we go. That's weird. All right, let's go ahead and spin the wheel, see what civilization, or actually see what map we get here first. All right. Alright, game 3 will be played on Manchuria. And let's spin the wheel, see what civilization Mitoe gets here in game 3. Mitoe once again getting the Russia civilization. Alright, let's spin the wheel, see what civilization Optimus Prime gets in game 3 here. And Optimus Prime will be playing as the British once again. Alright, quick water break. I'll be right back, and then we're going to hop into game 3 here. Alright, everybody, this is the GUA October 2019 subscriber tournament. We are in the round of 8. This is Mitoe versus Optimus Prime, a best of 5, currently tied 1-1. Optimus Prime playing as the British here, and Mitoe playing as the Russia civilization. We are on Manchuria. And this is the second time, actually, in this best of 5 that Optimus Prime will be playing as the British. And this is the second time that Mitoe will be playing as the Russia civilization. So I think Mitoe, the AOE3 gods are kind of once again perhaps not in Mitoe's favor. As I said previously, that Mitoe is not extremely experienced with Russians. I think Russia is one of Mitoe's least played civilizations. However, Mitoe is just generally pretty good with all civs. This is an interesting matchup. Especially with C on this map, it can be Russia favored. There's been so much debate about this matchup. Obviously, one of the very key things in this matchup is how much hunt is on the map, as British are very reliant on hunt, and if they can't secure lots of hunt, then Russia will have a very big advantage. However, on this map, there is a decent amount of hunt. I'm actually going to check an eye on this right now. Here's his one hunt here. It looks like Mitoe's second hunt is kind of far. I mean, this is like Mitoe's second hunt, which is that. I mean, it's pretty even. It might be. It might be slightly Russia favored, but I think. We're going to have these players play it out. I mean, there's maybe one more hunt for Mitoe here. But we will have them play it out. Perhaps I should have said something a bit earlier. I think it's okay. Optimus Prime does have, he has like 2, he has this hunt which is close. It is a little unfortunate for him. But at the same time, Mitoe's are kind of far also. It's just not, it's not a super heavy hunt map on Manchuria here. But we're going to have these two play it out. So anyways, Optimus Prime deciding to build a trading post here, so this will increase his shipment progression, perhaps allowing him to ship some military units in early age 2 and secure these hunts. So he'll easily herd this hunt in, and then he'll have to start working on this one, and he also has this kind of side one over here, which if he gets on the herding early, he can bring this in quite a bit. Wood trickle coming in for Mitoe here. Let's take a look at the treasures as I was kind of focusing on the map. Mitoe did get 90 wood and a 30 coin. Optimus Prime getting an 85 wood himself. Then Mitoe also 60 food and getting a 30 XP right there. Both players are now on their way to H2 here. And Mitoe is moving across the map with 2 villagers, building a blockhouse here. So it looks like he is going to want to put on some early aggression here. And Optimus Prime will have to lock down these hunts. And very good, he is sending a villager out very early to start herding, as it is very critical for Optimus Prime to get secure of these hunts. And even sending a villager out here to herd way out here. He did kind of not scout this one hunt over here, unfortunately. And wow, he's actually building a manor very far out here. So doing a very good job. Manors being built quite far out, going up to 50 manor population before he will place his military building. So he's being very active, herding in his hunts here. And Optimus Prime actually shipping Virginia Company. Wow, out of all things. Versus Russia, a very heavy rushing civilization. Optimus Prime is going to ship Virginia Company, now placing a barracks with 4 villagers. And it looks like Optimus Prime is going to try to hold the initial pressure of some muskets and then manor boom heavy. Or perhaps he's using this just to have like cheaper manors, as it does save him wood. And he did have a trading post, so he was getting lots of XP. Very interesting, shipping Virginia Company here. 5 Cossacks are on the way. Second batch of muskets coming out from Mitoe here. And this barracks is built quite forward here for Optimus Prime. 700 wood coming in, so like I was saying, having that trading post could have allowed Optimus Prime to get away with some unit shipments kind of for free, since he was having the extra XP, but instead decided to ship Virginia Company and then 700 wood. And perhaps not the smartest play from Optimus Prime, and he built his barracks in front of his town center, so very risky play from the British. There are 5 muskets popping out, killing the Cossacks. Villager does go down. Explorer not in the fight here. Optimus Prime, looks like he doesn't have the resources for a Minuteman call either, actually. So Optimus Prime really struggling right here. Muskets are going to go down. The Explorer still just kind of hanging out here. So what is Optimus Prime going to do? Wow, Optimus Prime just tapping out. Really underestimating the Russia pressure, as he was trying to play it extremely boom. He's shipping Virginia Company and then 700 wood and kind of building a forward barracks. So game 3 does go to Mitoe here. Optimus Prime not respecting the Russia rush enough here. Perhaps he was expecting Mitoe to play eco-focus again, perhaps ship 700 wood and go for TPs.
Great games, great tournament, funny wheel of fortune, but the wheel is rigged, no native smile.
Linda with the $30 donation. Thank you. I believe that is I Will Spank You on a different Twitch account, it looks like. Thank you for the donation, $30 donation, much appreciated. Ton of support from I Will Spank You throughout the tournament and throughout all my streams. And yet no War Chief Civilizations quite yet in this series. Yeah, I'm not sure. There were some in other tournaments, or in other series, I know. I remember seeing some Iroquois. I don't think we've seen any Sioux in this tournament yet, but yeah, we're gonna get into game 4 here right away. As I know Mitoe is a little bit in a hurry. Gotta try to make sure we can fit in this entire series here. Alright, so this is game 4. Game 4 will be played on Mendocino, and we're going to go ahead and spin that wheel for Mitoe. See what civilization Mitoe gets here in game 4. Mitoe getting the French civilization. Alright, let's spin the wheel and see what civilization Optimus Prime gets in Game 4. Being played on Mendocino. Optimus Prime getting the Dutch civilization. Alright, and we're going to very quickly get into Game 4 here, as Mitoe is currently up 2-1 in this best of 5, so this is do or die for Optimus Prime. We are playing on Mendocino here. Mitoe is playing as the French civilization, and Optimus Prime is playing as the Dutch. Mitoe got to be feeling pretty good here, as he's playing as French civilization he is very comfortable with. He has many French games underneath his belt. And Optimus Prime playing as a Dutch, I am not too sure, to be honest, if Optimus Prime plays as Dutch much. I would have to look at his ELO. If you guys know in the chat or want to take a second to look at his ELO, you guys can let me know about Optimus Prime and his Dutch experience. But either way, we are getting into Game 4 here. I believe Optimus Prime, he has a pretty large civ pool. I believe he does play Dutch here and there. I don't know if it's one of his main civilizations, but I don't think he's too much out of his element here, playing as a Dutch. Yeah, once again, European civilizations here on the wheel. And I did see Lord Raphael in the chat earlier. I'm not sure if you're still around. But let me know if you're still around, Lord Raphael, as your next opponent will be Soldier. And if you guys do play versus each other during the weekdays, this is basically around the time Soldier gets off work, or like in 40 minutes would be the earliest Soldier would be able to play during the week. I don't know if that will be an option. Otherwise, we'll have to find a weekend, probably the following weekend after this one or something. But let's see. Optimus Prime does have a market down here, picking up 80 food. And Mitoe is going for a trading post, so he has his trading post built. Ooh, and he did find the French villager here, so Mitoe got to be pretty happy with his start here, if he can get this villager, of course. And Mitoe actually keeping his native here. He could go scout with his native, do some more exploring, but no, Mitoe realizes how important this treasure is, and he doesn't want to have Optimus Prime sneak his explorer and steal his treasure. So Mitoe's keeping a very close eye on the treasure here. And Optimus Prime not too far away, but it looks like Optimus Prime is going to be going for this Tomahawk treasure instead, which will allow Mitoe to get this French villager, which will be a very good start for Mitoe here. Getting the trading post and a villager there. Envoy moving across the map here. Optimus Prime does sharpshoot the treasure garden and is now working on getting this Tomahawk native here. Oh, and then Mitoe getting a native scout. So, man, you got to be happy with this opening for Mitoe. Getting the free French villager and getting another native scout. Probably like some of the best treasures in the game, to be honest. Yeah, having 2 native scouts is huge. Optimus Prime now on his way to H2 here. Starting to herd his second hunts. Meanwhile, Mitoe getting ready to click up to H2 here. 90 food treasure. Perhaps Mitoe has his eyes on. And we'll have to see. Is Optimus Prime going to play this greedy? Try to place down a bunch of banks? How is he going to go for the very quick H3? We'll have to see how this one gets played out. Generally, Dutch aren't too overly aggressive in H2, so I could see Optimus Prime dropping down some banks, trying to get the eco rolling, and then trying to hit it pretty early H3. It looks like Optimus Prime is attempting to snare this villager. Mitoe responding in time, however. And Mito did now pick up that 90 food treasure. So nice little pickup right there for him. Does now have a market down. Take a look at the text completed. We do had the age 1 hunting dogs from Optimus Prime at 119. And Optimus Prime just now hits up to age 2, using 4 villagers to build his first bank here. Oh, and if Mito doesn't keep a close eye on this guy, he should be fine. But yeah, he is going to get pretty low there. And Optimus Prime's Explorer is actually going to go down here, so not the best, you know, to lose your Explorer. And perhaps also the native here looks like he may go down. Looks like there's perhaps just one French villager in the TC, not doing a whole lot of damage here with every town center shot. But the native is snared, and the Explorer, it looks like he's going to finish him off here. Stable is going down for Mito. So perhaps Optimus Prime carelessly losing his native and his Explorer. Does have the Envoy here. And we do have a stable down for Optimus Prime already. Second bank is going down for Optimus Prime. Place your minds research for Mito there. Mito shipping 4 villagers as his first shipment in H2. And Optimus Prime sending the bank wagon as his first H2 shipment. And native scout placed very appropriately here for Mito. Look at them. Native scouts cornering Optimus Prime's base here. Very nice. And that's the thing, like, Optimus Prime was so careless with his Explorer, and when you know that you're playing versus a French who just has a native scout to begin with, and you know that Mito got a native scout treasure, you have to be very careful with your Explorer. You have to make sure he's alive so you can constantly run your Explorer around tracking down both natives. But instead, Optimus Prime was extremely careless with his Explorer, and he lost his Explorer right underneath Mito's town center. So that Mito will have these 2 natives for a very long time. And he is just going to get so much information from these 2 natives. We do have 5 Cossacks crossing the map here for Optimus Prime, but there are, 5 Hussars, but there are 5 Hussars for Mito. And also, 8 pikes shipped for Optimus. Having trouble talking as I have almost no voice. Looks like Optimus is trying to get his Explorer back. Perhaps he knows how important that Explorer is. But now 10 Hussars out for Mito. The fights are now sieging down the trading post here. And Mito's moving in with his Hussars. If he catches Optimus Prime's Hussars, this will be a very nice pickup here. He is going to snare them, picking up 1 Hussar completely for free. 8 Expos shipped from Mito. And Mito actually calling Minutemen a bit of an overreaction here. But Optimus Prime is pulling in the pikes. Perhaps Mito knew this engage was going to begin. Optimus Prime starting the fight with his pikemen, and now the Minutemen are going to be able to get into this fight. And the bows would have been exposed, but the Minutemen are here. Now going to start firing onto the Hussars. Couple pikes come, leaving the trading post actually up. And with the Minutemen and the crossbows, it looks like Mito is going to clean this up here. So, saving the trading post and kind of cleaning up that army. And now there's a batch of 5 pikes, so I don't think Optimus Prime wants to take this, or does he? Minutemen still have some HP here. And yeah, this is not going to be a good trade for Optimus Prime. There's just too much left here. He's going to try to just have the Hussars fight it out. But at the end of the day, the Hussars did finish off those pikes, so perhaps it is an okay trade here, or maybe a win for Optimus. Minutemen are now quickly going down, so it is just a couple Expos versus Hussars. So it looked like actually Optimus Prime did kind of win that. Reinforcing Hussars now coming in for Mito. Scaring off Optimus Prime's 1 Hussar there. And we do have a barracks now going down for Optimus Prime. Hussars are moving in for Mito here, potentially picking off this Villager. Villager's going to get cornered here, looks like. Another batch of Hussars coming out, though, so Optimus Prime is going to be able to fight this. Villager does go down, perhaps the second one. Nope, Mito getting out of there in time. Doesn't want to get snared by these Hussars. 700 wood coming in for Optimus Prime. 3 Hussars shipped for Mito, so Mito really playing this H2. Both players committing quite a bit here in H2. Another bank going down for Optimus Prime. And we do have now muskets crossing the map for Mito. One explorer and 1 musket does go down. Will Optimus Prime be able to escape here, though? The Hussar is going to try to get the snare, catching 1 Hussar. And snaring the Hussars once again. Optimus Prime losing his Hussars here. Not what he wants. He does call Minutemen, and a batch of pikes were trained. So Optimus Prime is actually going to be happy to take this fight, it looks like, trying to get the Minutemen onto the muskets. A couple villagers even firing away here. 1 Hussar batch only, though, from Optimus Prime. Minutemen are getting some pretty good damage in here. But ultimately, the Minutemen do get cleaned up, and that was only a 1 Hussar being trained there. So this 1 Hussar is going to get cleaned up by Mito. Another villager going down. A couple more villagers getting caught by this native. These 2 natives just here the entire game. And Optimus Prime, I mean, he's got only himself to blame for that, as he lost his Explorer underneath Mito's town center extremely carelessly. And there are now a lot of French units right on top of Optimus Prime's base here. 3 Hussar shipment from Optimus Prime. Using TC fire here. Hussar is getting caught for Optimus Prime, though. Some skirmishers are trained here. But it looks like they kind of went the long way around here, as perhaps the house is blocking. There wasn't a quick route. And the Hussars are going to be catching the skirmishers, however. And it looks like these are all pretty much full HP Hussars. Town Center's going to try to start working on them. And there's the Hussars coming out, but not in time to save the skirms. Mito looking pretty good here in commanding lead here. Optimus Prime trying to hold on. Some pikes coming forward for Mito. And a forward tower for Mito even here. Mito hitting H3, so using that tower for some shipments and kind of lock down this middle area. And Optimus Prime sees that that is GG. Optimus Prime resigning, and this series does go to Mito 3-1. So Mito advances, and that will be it for Optimus Prime's tournament life. Let's go ahead and update the brackets, and I'll post the link to the brackets in the chat here.